So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more of the Disco Elysium here with Kide and our police officers, of course, as well. I, by the way, have to apologize because I didn't. Sometimes because it's not that dark in the game itself, but like I said, my editing software, which renders it into a smaller file in general, which I like to use more than the other one that doesn't make things more darker. I really need to use then the flashlight more often, even in the slight darknesses, so that it can be visible easier, especially because YouTube itself, after all, makes videos darker. So there's two reasons that I should be using it, and sometimes I just forget. So I just really need to be putting that into my mind that no matter how much I'm in a hurry or wanna be able to do these few things, just equip the goddamn flashlight sometimes. But okay, otherwise today I will definitely go and start to be calling to people, to the library, to the police, of the person that had died. We will go and talk to the woman there, we will visit the zoologist. Those are the primary things, I'd say. Yeah, inside radio. This is Precinct 57. The operator greets you through the static. How may I assist you? Could you connect me to the Jamrock Public Library? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library opens at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alright. We should try again during business hours. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I will do that then a little bit later. Let's go and talk to the zoologist first then, because why wouldn't we? That's at least they would probably be around here. I would assume so anyways, but of course, can't be 100% sure. Yeah, they have some surprises for you, all sort of surprises. All sort of nice and less nice surprises. Are you the guy that is with him? Couldn't really see you well on the darkness after all, but I assume so. No, this is the guy. Yeah, these are the three, but who are you then? Can I actually talk to you? Ah, you! I was like, but I've never seen you here before. Hi, Chintern, another rendezvous. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirling in rags. You're here. I am, so are you. What brings you here? He's so different. What are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere, he smiles. What about you, officer? I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. Maybe you should figure it out, detective. Tell me again about the muscular type who came to investigate the crime. That is actually a good question though, about the muscular type. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building asking questions. So what did you tell him? Nothing, that I didn't see anything. And he believed you. Why shouldn't he? Did you tell him about your friend? He takes another drag of his cigarette before knitting his brows. What friend? Your Sunday friend? The witness? No, I don't think it came up. You don't even know what friend we're talking about anymore. So what did he look like? Muscular, handsome, he shrugs nonchalantly, strong like one of those military types. Or it could be one of the... Because originally I think I was thinking about the... What the goddamn is the name of that dude? Well, the one who told about all the races, but maybe it was actually one of those military people if we talk about military types. Was he alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yeah, it must have been like the guy that is down there yelling the slogans and who told us about the tattoos. That's my assumption. His earpiece. Yes, you know, those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear. What was he saying? Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. So, besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. He turns his eyes upwards in recollection. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely orange juice. He closes his eyes. Oh, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely orange juice. Yeah, probably then that guy over there or his friend. Thanks for the information. Sure, anything else on your mind? His lazy eye strolls over your face. Well, I did meet your Sunday friend after all. You did? A small smile adorns his face. And how did you like him? I didn't like him as much as I like you. Aw, shoot. He burst out laughing. Why not? So, who is he? A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He smiles and his smile seems melancholic. He can always return. But where does he return? To his opportunities in Occident, sur la left. Still, he breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting it out. His coming and goings bring some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. He stares at the bar. So what are you two? What are you two? Friends, I told you, Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does it mean to be a Sunday friend? He sighs. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. Is that even a friend, though? It is. On Sundays. He smiles. So, why was he staying at your place in the middle of night? He has keys, and he likes the view. He waits gently with his cigarette hold in hand. To the sea, I mean. What about you, then? I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. He hums. What about me, gendarme? Gendarme. Oh, let's see. What is it about the way he carries himself? It's so not gonna succeed. I knew it. It's a sports. He's a sports guy, all about the physical proofness and athletic skill. Nothing else here. Totally. Nothing else. Bye-bye, gendarme. Can't level up anything more. Besides, I could only put one more point here anyway, so I don't know even if that's that useful, to be honest. But you guys, all of you guys, you goddamn person.
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
He nods towards Lena. Yeah, but I think you have something that I would like to have. Hello, Lena.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you,
she says, beaming. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. I knew it, you hear Kim say quietly to himself. I'm not surprised it's already getting out of hand. Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. She hands you a ribbon tie held together by a silver bird skull. It's a tie, mesque in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community. But you never told me you have actually seen the phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings. Ramblings, nonsense. Your descriptions of the phasmid is the most precise I have ever heard. But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. You were a child, my dear. Really, it's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on, tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. That is a way, way bigger compliment than it sounds like. Yay, compliments. Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of the sand on the beach near a tall stand of trees. Quite a tall one. Many times my height I remember when all of a sudden... Wait, where was this and how old were you? I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there. She just started forming memories, real memories, not the billowy haze of infanthood. So what happened? The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. She had no fear, just surprise. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. She looks at you. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Where did you go? Don't go. Aw. But other things, yeah, like how she could have thought too as a kid that, like, where did you go, the creature, and don't go. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I had seen. For years it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly, but then I met Morel. We were on a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story and it's the most detailed report of the insulin plasmid I've ever heard. The sound, she told me, it hissed. So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them. Yeah, makes sense. I would hope that they could find the creature. It did, yes, like reeds in a gust of wind. The way it moved, the color, how some of its limbs were white like marble. He breathes excitedly. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. So you were on a date? Our first, yes. The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. And its limbs are white then? Not all of them, he answers for her. There is some white colored reported along with the page when the Commonwealth ends. Okay, so how big was it? It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. I don't know if I want to say that. Do you think that you could have imagined it, Lena? I guess I'll talk to all of them, but... How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the plasmid. This is the main thing here. What makes it confirmed sighting? She had no previous knowledge of the insect. True. So she couldn't have made it up or imagined it. That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena. She lowers her voice, imitating a boy. Lena. You're tiny, tell us you saw insulin and plasmid out there in those streets. Get out of here. She smiles. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought it was a wonderful story, man. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and end up believing them. Yeah, but there is of course the thing nonetheless that it matches previous accounts, so maybe. There's no way to know yet. Anyways, thank you for sharing this with me. You are welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just she sighed. Such an impossibly sunshiny day, so warm. And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere. Yeah, which she can't anymore, sadly. What about you then? Can I tell you about my findings?
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He says with a friendly nod. He tries to play it cool, remain professional, but inside the man is itching for some news on those traps. So, have you noticed anything off about your friend Gary, by the way? Huh, no, of course not. Why? Are you sure? Well, he lowers his voice. He's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip, more so than usual, but that's understandable. He just wants to get home and warm up. He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him. The place is way more challenging than the coast. Why so eager to go home? Yeah. So I checked all the traps. Good, okay. He breaks his calm. And one of them was empty. Completely empty. The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking. Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locust, no pasmid. No locust, but no pasmid either. That's not ideal, but he rubs his chin. The old woman's face lights up. It just means the Insulinian pasmid is even more clever than we thought. Of course, the detective whispers to himself, more clever. You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly. I will. Yes, the Pasmodia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure. His companion sighs. Another trip to the reeds. I guess, well, it does at least go on, but let's be excited with them. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter this Pasmid. Of course, be sarcastic. He misinterprets your words. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands okay. Actually no, his tone changes. Excuse me for getting emotional, this is a big deal for us. You've told us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude and the credit of the Society Cryptologist eventually is yours. Heartfelt gratitude, but does it feel like closure? What really happened? Thank you, it's an honor, he says with a straight face, then turns to you. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but... Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out window impatiently. Okay, developed an alternate theory about the missing locust. That's awesome. I wanna so badly be able to do this. Let me though just increase our thing a little bit more, I'd say, as in interfacing, because I can at least get that. So now I have interfacing +1. I don't think I can get anything more, to be honest. Don't think I had almost any actual things that would give a plus for it other than that. But hey, even one item more, slightly better chance, right? Inland Empire and Volition, 8-eyed Pterodontai. Well, I think that's better in general than the drama. 8-eyed Pterodontai looks cool. A slender ball of tie held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird skull. The skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. Cool. But yeah, don't think there's anything more sadly that I can do, but hey, maybe we can do it.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of a new trap.
Alright, 92% chance, so... Kuno is a hooligan. Kuno is a hooligan, that's true. Considered alternate something up with the trap. Enthusiastic about Passmit. Ooh, I was enthusiastic about the Passmit, yay! So, developed an alternate theory about the missing locusts. Not 1-1, that's the most important thing. Considering the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken, most likely the hands of a young person, hands small enough to fit inside the trap too. You should ask the red-headed boy Kuno. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts. A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs? A shadow of worry passes over the woman's face. Oh, my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little Kremlin and see if anything comes up. Delinquents, my favorite. It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite. Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know when, whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close. The man turns to his companions. Well, I see if you got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me. This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. You won't get a chance to talk after you walk out of here. Oh no. Really, Carrie? The woman's voice is a little shaky suddenly. We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play in suzerainty, but... Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's a buck. Bucks? He looks at his tea. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bat and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run. No need to apologize, Carrie. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on the game of Serenity today, though. We're gonna follow this through. The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is the bigger than he lets on. Bigger than he lets on. That's just... I don't have to... I need one experience. I wanna try to get the composure so that I could actually at least try my luck with him.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
He turns towards Kim, Yellow Man. Once more you hear that odd clicking sound coming from Cray. I could try it, but... So you were surprised to see my colleague, Kitsuraki? Not many Seolites here, or anywhere other than Seoul. I meant no offense, truly. Do you remember how, when we met Measure Head and I said the next racist will be the really good one? Yes. Well, he gestures towards Gary as though he were presenting a work of art. This is that racist. Are you, Gary? Are you a racist? Hey man, he blushes. All I meant was there are not many Seolites around here. I'm just stating a fact. The lieutenant is a native of Revanchol. Oh yes, of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. He was an impenetrable smile. Let's change the subject, okay? Mora felt Gary's weird. I was hoping that that would be the case. Hi, Mark. Yeah, you said Yellow Man, that's not something many people go around saying. Even though I know that we've done this before, but let's see what if we can come up with anything more now that we have Kim here. Really, I hear all the time, all in jest, of course, no offense meant to anyone. Well, I know that you wouldn't lie. You admit it. The information. What did you do, Gary? Helping out the law. How did you get there? I basically know this after all. Disgraced. The lieutenant raises his eyebrow and looks up. No need for the histrionics, sir. It was after all just a trash container. And he did that. Then what happened? Right, it was just civic duty, Lieutenant remarks drolly. That's exactly, yes, a civic duty. As she sits down comfortably, a series of clicks. Yep. What was that strange sound? What sound? Really? There's lots of weird sounds in a bar like this. Pinball glasses clinking. Could be someone playing pinball. Maybe it was pinball? No, it wasn't. We know it. It's the same sound that we heard already before. God damn it. Oh, goddamn mess with me. Well, I guess, like, we don't have any, I don't remember we would have had really anything that would add composure. We have one item at the moment, but I don't think we have anything more, right? Composure, where are ye? Why can we have no composure ever, anywhere attached? Would be so nice if we did, but we really just don't. Nothing here that we can do, even remotely. Conceptualization, but that's doesn't help. What to do? Can you say Scary is weird?
Hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
Nope. No. No luck
Hello,
with that.
officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have...
Yeah, I understand. Well, I guess there's nothing more to it than try our luck.
Always a pleasure to see an
We can
officer
try
of the
once,
law.
then we can improve the composure a little bit more and try one more time.
I mean, officers.
So 28% chance, and then later we will have another chance when I increase my composure a little bit more. But those will be my last chances. Yep. Okay, he keeps lifting uncomfortable, but you can't make heads or tails of it. This sound, and honestly, it's rude to stare. So stop. So sad. I would have more chances of trying to do this if I didn't already agree or give that possible other solution. So critical failure, yeah, well, I even got 1+1, so that's definitely not gonna cut it. And I actually would need really good info, like, level for that. Well, we can try to do this one more time, but that's the
Always
last
a
chance.
pleasure to see. I mean, officers.
Well, that's the last chance, 42% chance, so I think there is actually a chance, but it's not that great. So we most likely will fail, and that would be more than likely. But nothing more we can do about it then. Nothing more we can do about it. I don't have anything that would up my skill in this, or any trucks that would do such a thing or anything, so... Yeah, and a failure, not too surprising. But I am certain he has stuff, but I can't do more about it. I know he has some of that armor, I know he does, but... I would be, in all honesty, I would be so wanting to, or would be tempted to load, because of the fact that, like, I wouldn't have just simply gone and even done this, as in agreeing or figuring out what to do with him if I would have known, but hey, what can you do? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Nothing more with you, really. You can try to talk to the cops again.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
That's not what I meant to do even. Hanged man. Okay, now I can say a lot more options. This person who was shot and then made to look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him. Could be, of course, but unlikely, I think. He may have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. The person who we think shot him, who made it look like he was hanged, that we are looking for, we can't find her. Sure, I'll say that. Well, where have you looked for her? We think she may be on the coast. West of here, tough luck. The place is ruined from the bombardment, a lot of places to hide there. Well, yeah, hey, why am I telling you these things? Ah, well, I so wish we could do something. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it? That was pretty good, Harry. She pokes her companion with an elbow. Wasn't it, John? He stares at you. That was absolute shit. If you want my opinion, drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. I know your pain. I've had cluster headaches. Horrible, truly horrible, he continues. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to... Sean, she quietly intersects, giving you a compassionate side glance. He's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it. Thank you for liking it. Well, I didn't subject Kim for it. I'm just so sad that he's gonna be able to escape. But what can we do? There's nothing more I can do about it. No matter how much I would want to.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude. Cool. Mike,
Always a
I
pleasure.
hate you.
Mean, officers.
I hate you. I so wish that we still could, like... I don't want to go for that, even though I kind of wanna, but... It wasn't a pinball, we know it, but it's... well, what can we do? We can never meet him again, even though we know... I wish I could just... get him to stay, but what can we do? There's no more level ups, and even if I would get a level up, I can't increase composure anymore, so not much I can do about that. Well, something we just cannot solve. Something we just will never be able to solve, no matter how much we would like to. To be continued with Kira Rusha next time in Disco Elysium. See you all then.